That guy.
It's because he's streaming, I bet.
Probably. There he is.
If he complains about lag, no mercy.
Yeah, you chose this. You chose this path. Alright, and we have Amateur Dota 2 League Season 2 once again here on Tuesday night. We have Laugh and Roll versus DkD, and Duck, I guess, Duke, whatever that means. I'm 94931355.
And I'm General Pants.
Yeah, with me as always is General Pants, the lovable General Pants. We are excited after missing last Thursday because I don't know my days of the week, unfortunately.
Alright, so just got into the draft here. Visage first ban. Quite a time since I've seen that. Apparently there's quite a Visage.
Timbersaw, we could have predicted this. Wait, where's the bristleback? We've been through this before, people. We know basically what's coming. We're going to be looking for the Death Prophet, the bristleback, and the Timbersaw bands coming up here next. Visage is a pretty common band, but not first. He usually comes in the second banding phase.
Yeah, one of the only heroes I don't mind seeing banned, there we go, is the is the Death Prophet, because man, I just don't like that hero. That hero makes everything spooky, and she just makes my life sad.
I don't know. Laugh QQ might be looking for a Death Prophet. They probably like to make people sad. They have QQ in their name. My music a little bit here. There's the Death Prophet. So bans all called right off the bat. I'd like 10 points. We have the Lich pickup. Lich has been actually a pretty popular pickup. I believe he got buffed in 6.8. I don't remember what it was exactly, but he was good.
The most recent one?
Yeah, the most recent one. I don't know. He was good beforehand, even if he didn't. So, great hero. Chain Frost is just some great CC for team fights. Ice Armor can definitely do work, keeping your teammates alive. Frost Blast slows people. I mean, he just has everything you need to be a team player. So, definitely think he makes a great support on the side of DkD. Did he get buffed in 6.8?
I'm looking it up right now.
Cool.
He did not.
Oh, he didn't need it.
No, he definitely did not need it. He did his big buffer. Where he began to see a lot of play was after 6.79.
Yeah, and we have a Venomancer pickup instead of Laugh and Roll. I really like Venomancer. I mean, he got a nerf in 6.8. His base damage and I believe his strength gain were reduced, but his abilities still do pretty much the same thing. Was it his strength gain?
I don't know if it was his strength gain. It might have been, actually. I can check in a second.
Yeah, I definitely know the base damage is reduced, so his what's called Poison Sting is going to be doing less damage from level 1. But most people get Venomous Scale level 1 anyway.
Yeah, Venomous Scale is just such a strong ability in terms of trying to get kills in the early game.
It's kind of like Bristleback. Like, the Bristleback base damage nerf didn't do a whole lot, and I don't think it did a lot to Venomancer either.
Yeah, I would say nerfing the base damage of Bristleback is a little bit more of a... It hurts him a little bit more, just because that's 4 less damage he's doing. It doesn't nerf him to the ground. It doesn't get rid of why he's such a good hero.
Just
so I felt that there was an okay buff.
Play.
I think he still is going to be... I think he still is a little bit too strong. But nerfing his base damage was kind of a step in the right direction.
Yeah, and we do have a Lifestealer pickup. Great, great carry hero. Just farm him up. I see Venomancer, Lifestealer go lane a lot. They can pick up First Blood between the Venomous Scale and the Open Wounds if it's played right. And then a Puck pickup, followed immediately by an OD ban. on the side of DkD, so they definitely don't want to face that puck up against OD, who, even though he craps on everybody in lane, is one of the few people that can do very well against puck. So.
Yeah, and it wasn't Venomancer's strength gain, it was his regen.
His regen, okay.
Nerfed. His base regen is now 0.25, like most heroes.
Okay, so something to do with HP regen.
Yeah, though he did get a buff in the fact that he now looks absolutely terrifying. When I saw the model change, I was scared. I mean,
he used to be so cute.
He did. He looked like a banana. It was like an adorable little banana, just kind of, you know, squirming around the woods and stuff. And then now I see this awful, terrifying snake just running at me, trying to spit goo all over me, and it's just terrifying.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
Not what I'm looking for when I play Dota.
And it looks like Laugh and Roll are going to go ahead and ban out the Viper. I guess Viper has been seeing more play as like the solo offlane position lately, so going to go ahead and take him out of the mix, because I doubt Puck's going to go anywhere but mid. I mean, don't quote me on that. Perhaps they're running some new grand strategy that I'm unaware of on the side of DkD, but
offlane Puck has been seen. It's viable, I guess, is the term for it, but not very good.
Yeah, I kind of doubt that that's what they're going for, but what have you. And we have the TA banned out by DkD, another mid hero that they don't want Puck to be facing up against.
Yeah, I do find it interesting that DkD here did second pick their mid hero. Not something you see a whole lot unless you're second picking an OD or a Death Prophet or a Pugna. Usually heroes like Puck or TA or Storm are picked last or later just because you don't want to reveal what exactly that is.
But at the same time, they're not suffering a whole lot for it. I mean, the Crystal Maiden will be able to frostbite Puck, but he can phase shift out of it, and what's it called? He can jaunt out of it as well. So yeah, it's not like she's a hard counter.
No, I wouldn't say they've been punished for that at all or anything like that. I just thought it was a bit interesting, though they did pick it after the Lifestealer, which is a little weird because Lifestealer, by just having Rage, does counter part of that. Puck gets really sad whenever her enemies get BKB because that means she just doesn't do anything to them. And they do have quite a bite of lockdown, actually.
Yeah, between the Venomancer Gale slows and the slows from the Plague Wards, then you have Crystal Nova and Frostbite, you have Dragon Tail, you have Open Wound, so a lot of CC going to be thrown out in these team fights.
Yeah, and it's not the CC that Puck likes. If anything, you want, as a Puck, you want to have a unstable concoction or a Sven stun or an arrow being stuff that you have to worry about, because you don't have to worry about that with phase shift. But you can't phase shift a Dragon Tail or a Crystal Maiden Frostbite. That's just, you just can't dodge that stuff. So.
And as I suspect that this is going to be a Crystal Maiden Venomancer Lifestealer tri-lane, they're going to be doing a lot of damage, level 1, even level 2. They should be picking up a kill. Maybe not since there's a Clinks, but if they can get him in the right position, grab a Frostbite on him, that could definitely be.
Yeah, I definitely think,
first blood.
Excuse me. I definitely think they could go after this Clinks. Oh man, excuse me, I just ate a banana. If he levels Searing Arrows first, which I have done in the past as Clink, just because I haven't thought about it. But yeah, if he does do that, just because he thinks he's not going to be in that much trouble, he'll have some issues. Or if he does get caught out, or if they bring detection to the lane, which if they're smart they will, I think they can definitely kill this Clinks. If not, he'll have a hard time in lane, I think. Yeah, 1 Sentry and a Frostbite off the Crystal Maiden is probably first blood. But hopefully he'll be able to play it smart, grab Skeletal Walk first. Yeah, and I don't think this Clinks is an awful pick. He can work in some offlane positions, and he does sort of counter the Lifestealer now. I wouldn't say counters, but I would say that he is... Oh yeah, that is a decent counter. And Dazzle's picked.
Dazzle!
Wow, I like Dazzle. He's such a fun hero to play.
Does he have the new skin? I think he does.
They replaced his Frohawk thing. It's a little bit different. He used to have like this really 70s style
yeah.
hairstyle, to be honest, but now he doesn't. I was lost in my train of thought. The Clinks, now that Searing Arrows go through Magic Immunity, the Lifestealer is not quite as good against the Clinks, and he'll be able to put out a lot of damage with those, even against the Dragon Knight, once the Dragon Knight eventually farms his BKB.
Yeah, both of these lineups, I want to say are very solid. The Laugh and Roll lineup, I can't tell you how many times I've seen this exact lineup, and it just does very well.
Yeah, it's just sort of your standard, okay, we've got a melee carry in our Lifestealer, and we've got two solid supports, the Crystal Maiden and the Venomancer. We've got our tanky mid and the Dragon Knight, solid teamfight hero, and then we've got our Bounty Hunter, who's been the offlaner for forever.
Literally forever.
Yeah, I mean, this is a lineup you probably might have seen for 3 patches, which is, sort of a big deal, because since 6.79 we haven't seen a ton of 3-1-1 lanes.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our dire side here, since the purple doesn't show up on my monitor. We have Streetlight Akaboshi on the safe lane farming Lifestealer here. He's being helped out by Chin Tress Dota on the Crystal Maiden. I'm assuming he likes Chin and Enchantress, that's where the name came from. And we have Hoff, who I believe is team captain, on the support Venomancer here. Crystal Maiden does have some Sentry Ward, so we're going to look out for First Blood on this Clinks, who's gonna go ahead and ward off the full camp. Anyway, Richard Sherman on the mid Dragon Knight. He should do okay against the puck. And this guy who's advertising his Twitch TV account, Chrono Dota, on the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, and for the Radiant, for DkD here, we have Mindfire, team captain playing the safe lane Luna. If this guy stops moving, I can read his name, Mobsenu. Something like that. I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry, guy. We'll be playing the Dazzle here. Scott Ward, Scott Shadow Wave first, looking to help out his teammate. He'll be playing the support Dazzle. We have Nubith here playing the solo mid puck. Tronbuster in this off lane here as the Lich, and Monocle Chook playing the Clinks, who will be farming up in the off lane. And this actually might be... I think I like the Radiance lanes a little bit better. I don't think the Bristleback will be able to pressure the Luna that much. Let's see if the Dazzle wants to counter ward here.
Oh, there we go. Detection goes down. We have a Frostbite. We do. This is going to be First Blood. So that was very quick. Body blocks coming out of off. And there's just nothing that Lich could do to help. So, as we suspected, that was a very fast First Blood from these heroes who just have amazing damage output at level 1.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that I cut myself off there, because because I was about to stick my foot in my mouth. I thought that this offlane would do okay if they put the Lich up there.
Dragon Knight, be careful.
It would be.
Yeah, apparently they did too. Dragon Knight's about to go down mid. He's gonna fall to Puck. It looks like Puck taking a lot of tower damage, going down to 46 HP, but he gets himself a kill. So, pretty decent trade. Lifestealer gets a kill, but so does Puck. So that'll even things out just a little bit.
Yeah, really well played from the Puck there. Phase shifting the tower hit in order to stay alive. I think the issue with the top lane there was the Clinks just wasn't far enough up to protect his Clinks. And with the supports gone, they might have a better time of it. There's a smoke coming mid.
Oh, poor guy. Oh, nice phase shift, John. That was incredible. I thought he was dead for sure.
That was very good. And he was really lucky that he had a haste rune there.
Yes, he was. But that was... Crystal Maiden and the Vino, when they were smoked, they thought about waiting until the haste wore off. They sort of backed off, and then they just went for it. They probably should have waited.
Yeah,
but
that was just really well played from the Clinks, I have to say.
I wanted to say this earlier, didn't have a chance. Already see the team splitting up wards, new feature as of 6.8, which I really like. That's how Clinks got himself a ward to block this full camp. And they did manage to put out a lot of harass on Lifestealer, almost dropping him while his splits were gone.
Yeah, that's the issue with them trying to roam and do stuff on the map. This is a support duo that does want to go get things done. especially with smokes and the like, because as we just saw, they can be an effective ganking pair. They almost got that puck, but obviously, unfortunately, the puck was able to. Yeah, but the problem is, Klinks is a strong laner, and he will inherently beat out the Lifestealer.
Well, the Lifestealer is melee versus double ranged here too, so poor guy. Close to his phase boots already though, so that should help him.
Indeed, yeah.
Despite playing very well and getting the kill on Dragon Knight, Puck only has 4 less hits compared to the 11 on Dragon Knight, so that's a bit unfortunate. And this solo offlane bounty hunter is actually doing even better than him at 13, so not too badly for himself.
Okay, yeah, it looks like the Luna and bounty have sort of just traded evenly on the creep line. Dazzle, it looks like Dazzle has been busy pulling, which will deny some farm to the to the bounty hunter.
But he can just go in business, sit where he is right now, basically, and grab
That's true.
XP.
But yeah, that is true. Shadow Walk is on a long enough cooldown where if he wants to try to hit creeps at the creep line, and the Dazzle harasses him, he won't be able to last hit as much as he would like. But the Dazzle probably doesn't want to have to deal with an invis bounty hunter all the time.
We have a Ruin race here who's going to get a Dragon Knight bullies Puck out of the lane, or out of the Ruin, and grabs himself a regen.
The Puck didn't appear to have enough mana for
John.
Otherwise, yeah. I think that would have been the Puck's Ruin. Looks like he will just bottle crow. Yeah, we're about to see the slowest curry of all time. It's a caterpillar, even. How appropriate.
Poor guy.
It's a walking courier with an empty bottle on it.
Scooch. Anyway, Bounty Hunter does one thing that I do like. When you're getting decent farm, you can grab an Orb of Venom early, and it just helps you with a little bit of utility, more slow, more damage, minor DOT on the early levels. It only costs like, 275 gold, so. Interesting pickup.
Courier delivery there. That flew right in front of the tower. I was very surprised that didn't get killed, and it appeared to have been an Aquila recipe. Interesting, or I should say a Wraithband recipe. Like finished his Aquila.
What's that? Oh yeah, yeah. I noticed the Luna went ahead and picked up the Circulet and the Ring of Protection level 1. So.
Oh, I see. They have the double courier strat.
Oh, so Puck gets her own courier.
Yeah, she gets the courier to to Bottle Crow with
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Double courier new meta, I guess.
New meta.
I don't know if that was.
I mean, I see it happen in pubs a lot by accident, so
yeah.
Maybe they tried it at one pub and they're like, hey, you know what? This isn't that bad.
If the Puck needs to Bottle Crow,
it can definitely help your team out. That's a lot of gold early in the game to be spending on another courier.
Yeah, I'm slightly surprised to see this Puck losing out to the Dragon Knight. Usually Puck should have a little bit more presence right-clicking him. He does not have a Stout Shield.
Klinks goes down again in the top lane. We had a Dust into a Frostbite, and he died just very quickly. Still in that part of the game where he's squishy and these guys do tons of damage.
Yeah, I think for the first 15 minutes or so, at least 20 minutes, I would even say almost 20 minutes, the Crystal Maiden and the Venomancer will be able to lock him down if they have detection. They should be able to get a kill on him.
We have a Midas rush on the Lifestealer here, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say rush if he picked up boots, but yeah.
Well, he's gonna get it very quickly.
He's going to get the.
He almost has it. 700 more gold.
He's going to get the the slightly inefficient Midas.
Yeah, the gloves of face Midas. Whatever, attack speed. Attack speed, yo.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good stat. Helps you with last hitting.
We do see one of the harder support Venomancers here. Looks like he is going for a max ward build. Has only 1 point in Gale still and thrown his other 2 points into ward. He had just a ward and he has just a Dust in his inventory right now.
Poor
no
guy.
boots, no magic stick, no TP,
no
nothing.
Fear either. Look at this. He just invades the enemy jungle.
It's like, what's up guys, I'm a scary snake.
That's my kind of support Vino. He's like, no items, no health, Oh, Bounty makes his way top. He's got track up. This is gonna be another kill. Yeah. This Clinks is just feeding at this point. Poor guy. It's called invisibility, not invincibility, and he is finding that out the hard way this game.
Yeah. Yeah, the bounty hunter counter pick, if you will. Shown right there. I don't think they had detection on them. No, they didn't. But he was able to walk by, get a Janata off, and then track.
Yeah, and that track puts the Lifestealer on track to grab his Midas pretty much about as fast as you can ask for. Even if he had rested, he would have only gotten it a minute or two faster.
Yeah, so it looks like the solid lineup from the Dire is just looking a lot better. An offensive orb from the Puck, interesting.
Poor Puck. It's a track off. She's gonna take a lot of damage here. She needs to orb out. She does manage to make it away, but oh, not quite far enough. I think she expected the orb to go all the way to here.
Yeah, maybe that's what she was going for. Okay. So I was about to say, that was a bit of a mistake to orb into the trees here rather than just over here where she could have kept running rather than having to run all the way outside of the trees.
No, if she had, I think she was trying to get into the trees and TP out maybe? I don't know. They would have been able to Shuriken her and Dragon's Breath through there though, so maybe not. Panic orb. Or panic jaunt rather.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she had to orb a little bit early. And we will see a Midas for the Dragonite as well as the Lifestealer here at about 9.5 minutes, which should just extend the lead that they have developed. The Luna is actually doing not extremely terribly. That's a really bad way to phrase it. The Luna is not doing very... okay.
She's doing okay, but
she's doing
well. She's barely keeping up with the Lifestealer.
Yeah, that's the point. And now
she's gonna
very
die.
sad. Pops the ulti.
Oh wow!
And does manage to get a kill. Wow.
Nice. That's gonna help her a lot.
Yeah.
She sits on power treads.
That was a max lucent beam ulti. So yeah,
Dream Pearl goes off on the Dragon Knight. He pops his ult, but he's gonna go ahead and fall here to the ganking pair of Lich and Dazzle. Not a ganking pair you see every day, but they did their job well.
Yeah, that was good rotation there, and good job by Luna to salvage the situation, and even I would say win the situation. She did have to go back to base, but I would rather get a kill and have to go back to base rather than dying any day. Absolutely.
And yeah, we did see a very early lead out of Laugh and Roll, but DkD is showing us that they do have some great I don't want to say comeback potential. They were never really losing, but they can play very solid and salvage these situations, like you said. The Midas is up on Dragon Knight, and I think the Midas is up on Lifestealer as well. So, unfortunately, while the rest of the team is fighting, they're going to be just improving their farm lead, which is already pretty substantial over most of DkD.
Yeah, and the Dragon Knight is not so terribly... he's level 9, and he has boots and a wand and a bottle, so he's not going to be lacking for fighting, any team fighting, even after having picked up a Midas.
Poor guy. We had a Lifestealer bomb of the Bounty Hunter, and he just dropped. This open wounds is just doing work on the Clinks.
Yeah, Clinks definitely can't escape from that, even if you're invisible.
Or track open wounds on him.
I should say it disables Ghost Walk.
Radiant's middle tower is under siege.
Because even if he is tracked, if he is Ghost Walked, he will move faster.
Great coil on the mid lane on the Dragon Knight in the Crystal Maiden. We hit the Chain Frost Throne. It only hit the Crystal Maiden, but it cleaned her up. And Dragon Knight is going to live for a little longer than he should have, but dies trapped in the woods anyway.
And how did they get him under the tower?
They Dream Coiled him, and then they Dream Coiled him here. And then the Chain Frost went on Crystal Maiden here, and then he went that way.
Oh, so he went that way, okay.
To get away from Chain Frost. Otherwise, he would have been fine.
So were they trying to dive the puck or something?
Yeah, I think they were diving the puck. Or I don't even know that they were diving. I think they were just sort of pushing the lane to here and on their way back, and the puck jaunted and Dream Coiled. And Drum's going to be coming out in Bounty Hunter here pretty soon, so it looks like Dragon Knight's not going to be picking him up. Went for his Midas instead.
Yeah, in this case, I would go Treads on the Dragon Knight, and I'm not really sure what I would get if I didn't go drums. Usually animated Dragon Knight, I love going drums and BKB. There are definitely other builds you can go involving Mjolnir, or excuse me, a Maelstrom first, and then possibly a Mjolnir later.
So we
looks
see
like we have
the playboard's coming to fruition.
Yeah.
That's why he went wards first.
He is 83. He does have 83 hit points left, so
that's all right.
he's gonna have to retreat back to the base. But yeah. So back to the Dragon Knight. I do like just getting treads and BKB and then an AC on him, just to you get a lot of armor, a lot of HP, team fighting, just as a way to run in there and be a good
another lifestealer
hero.
bomb on the poor Clinks here. Oh, poor guy. Again, he just can't do anything. Every time he shows his face, there's a bounty hunter lifestealer bomb on him. All right, continue. There's so much action, we can't say anything.
Right. That's fun. So I'm just interested to see what the Dragon Knight will go for here now that drums is probably not a very good pickup. If he will just go for a BKB, I would advise it, considering there's a puck in the game. You really want to get a BKB against the puck. And because there's a Luna on the other team, those are two very good reasons to get a BKB, besides the fact that it is just such a good item in most games.
Looks like they're going to be trading tier 1s here pretty soon, top and bottom.
Radiant's top tower is under siege.
Yeah, there goes the tier 1 top for Radiant. This still
fallen.
standing at 143 bottom for last. Oh, it's in deny range now, unfortunately, but that's still going to be gone.
Yeah, so the Dire definitely get the best out of that trade.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied.
Pretty even on that as far as XP goes. The levels are looking about the same on both sides. Luna is outleveled by the Lifestealer, but he has a Midas, so that's pretty much to be expected.
Yeah, and they did have a tri-lane top, so even though they got a lot of experience...
Oh, Puck, why did you jump there, buddy?
Oh, really good grave coming out from the Puck.
Unfortunately,
And
a bit of a waste of chain for us. Well, they do clean up the Dragon Knight, so maybe not. Does only hits him, though.
Yeah, I mean, he did throw that out from a very far range, and it made the Dragon Knight get sort of out of position. He ran all the way up here and got the coil snapped, and then he was too far away from his supports.
Okay. Yeah, so a bit of a zoning chain for us. Did its duty.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you almost just cast it for the slow, just because it's another slow that you can get, and it's 280 magic damage. I mean, that's just another nuke to throw out, even if it is one target.
Lifestealer has rotated to the bottom lane after taking the tier 1 top, but safer for farming for him, I suppose, although it's going to be harder for him to hit the jungle now. He already has an amulet, though, so he can start getting involved in teamfights soon. Yeah,
I think they do want to pressure the Luna, but looks like the Luna has got the same idea. She's up in the, she's up in her own off lane here. Looks like she went for, after treads, just for a quick Yasha, and then is going to go BKB.
We have a smoke up on the Dragon Knight and the Crystal Maiden. They're looking to catch somebody up, but nobody's going bottom. This is probably going to turn into a push, though, I imagine.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege.
Yeah, we do see the Lifestealer inside of the Bounty Hunter there. They're waiting for someone to come defend the Radiant safe lane, but no one is showing up.
DkD says, you can have it. We're just going to go and do whatever. Oh, they're smoked up as well.
Yeah, they're smoked up, so they're ready to defend.
This Bounty Hunter is going to pop it, though, if he walks into the woods. No, he's just going to go hit the tower a little bit. Bit unfortunate timing for him. If he'd waited like 5 seconds, he would have popped that smoke. But here it comes. They're going to get gone on. This is going to be a Luna ult. A lot of damage is going to come out from that, but with the Shallow Grave up into the Luna. And unfortunately, Bounty Hunter's going to fall very quickly.
Excellent. Shallow Grave there.
Yeah. And we have a 5 for 2 trade, unfortunately. Last just gets completely cleaned up. That was a great smoke coming out of DkD. Perfect timing.
And they do get the knife for that. That is the Puck's Blink Dagger. Just a little bit unfortunate from the Luna there. She does have to be a little bit careful against this team, running in sort of all, not necessarily YOLO, but just being able to run in there. A lot of times when you're Luna, even before you have a BKB, but after you have a BKB, you can just pop your ulti and walk through the fight like a golden god, but
like a golden
not with a
god.
Lifestealer, because the Lifestealer will just do what he did, which is pop rage and start whacking on the Luna. Yeah. And it was a really excellent timed grave from the Dazzle that kept her just alive for a little bit longer, but it wasn't enough time. I think she should have backed after that, but the Lifestealer was able to keep a hold on her and clean her up.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little, like you said, it's a little bit early. She didn't have her BKB. She shouldn't have run straight in because she dropped very quickly. Shallow Grave let her stay in the fight just a little bit longer, but she didn't do a whole lot after her ult anyway. So.
Yeah, the early game Luna, she does do a lot of damage, and her attack speed is okay, but you want to wait until you have your Yasha or your Butterfly before you really start putting out those the damage.
Lich is gonna go ahead and start up his mech. He has his chainmail hanging out. Oh, they're gonna smoke again, I think. Who has it? Lich has the smoke. And Clinks is gonna be going for an Orchid. Pretty standard Clinks item there. Should be very useful versus. Well, I mean, honestly, it's not super useful versus this team just because they don't have escape mechanisms. It'll keep a Bounty Hunter from going invisible. It'll keep the Lifestealer from raging, but I mean, it's a good item regardless. Dust misses the Bounty Hunter here, but it doesn't matter. Crystalmane's gonna go ahead and get locked down. Chain Frost hits 2 and poor Lifestealer. Oh no, he does manage to live. He pops into the Bounty Hunter who didn't get hit by that dust. Unfortunately.
Oh,
Dragon Knight, what a boss. Cleans up the Luna before he gets killed. Not sure why he went in man fought there, but at least he got a kill for it.
Yeah, and the Luna just kind of had the same issue there where she was running around all YOLO as a Luna with what probably is only about 900 HP.
This is going to be a tier 1 though, so definitely another good engagement going for DkD.
Yeah, there was another excellently timed grave on the Luna, but she's just a little bit too fragile to kill the Dragon Knight before he cleaned her up.
That's gonna put the Lich a lot closer to his mech. He's like 900 from the mech, whereas I don't think Laugh has even started a mech yet. No, this poor Venomancer doesn't even have boots still. All he has is a magic wand. Well, he does. My bad. He's got arc boots.
Oh, looks like we will have a disconnect from Crystal Maiden. Yeah, I wonder what this guy's been buying. He does have a wand and a Bassi now. Okay. Yeah. I guess they've been buying a lot of detection for the Clinks.
I believe they have. He doesn't have to do that so much anymore though. Lifestealer had a chainmail. Has he turned that anything yet? Got a plate mail.
No, he's just replaced it for the plate mail.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure the chainmail, yeah, it's in the base. He'll probably just be going AC.
Not a bad item at all. And Bounty Hunter is going to be going
definitely.
for BKB, so that'll help him a lot in these engagements.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Lifestealer just bought the chainmail because it was cheaper and had that in his inventory for a while, and now switched it out for the better armor item. Yeah, so I'm curious to see what this Dragon Knight will go for. Looks like he is going straight for the BKB, which is not a bad choice at all. But the item after that is what I'm curious to see. If it'll be a helm, maybe a crit. I see lots of people going for builds like that.
On the Lifestealer?
Sort of like, no, on the Dragon Knight. Sort of early damage, yeah. Getting a Helm of the Dominator or a crit or a Mjolnir.
Do you see the Lifestealer going Basher this game after the AC?
I would think so, yeah. I think he'll go probably just for Abyssal. Mm-hmm. There's nothing else that he should get. I think he'll just try to get an Abyssal as fast as possible.
There's nothing else he should get. Divine Rapier. Duh. My favorite item.
Yeah, with it he'll be able to just get on top of the Luna or the Clinks and just be able to get a guaranteed kill, even if the Luna is BKB'd.
Fuckhead's bought all the double damage rune. So the next team fight she should be doing the damage. Unfortunately, Luna hasn't had any real item progression in the last 6 or 7 minutes, unfortunately. Just died a couple times.
Yeah, she's been very useful in the team fights, getting off a lot of damage with her ulti. But she's always kind of gone a little bit too aggressive and has died a couple times for it.
Now, one thing that is unfortunate for DkD is, although they are getting kills, Lifestealer is 5-1 as compared to Clinks, who's 5-5 on the other side of the river. Which Clinks is making good headway onto his Orchid, but he's not keeping up. No one's really keeping up with this Lifestealer, who has not been punished for getting a Midas.
Though it is, I suppose, worth pointing out that the Clinks is 5-5 because he was killed so much in the laning stage, and the Lifestealer is 5-1 because he killed the Clinks a lot.
Exactly.
And now that the laning stage is over, the Radiant team are getting kills, and the Clinks has been getting lots of kills.
So we'll see if that turns around soon.
Yeah, even though he was previously 0-5 or 1-5, he has been able to turn around and be a factor in the fights.
And that's the second ATOS, or the second Oblivion Ceph. I'm sorry, second ATOS. What am I talking about? Up on their Clinks, double ATOS, guys. New strat.
You usually don't even see one Atos in games.
Like,
much less two.
Two on the same hero? What is this? What is this? It's like it's probably some strange item interaction that nobody knows about just because it's never been done before.
you just have two Atoses, so instead of
that's how it works.
Well, instead of like going for an Orchid, you run up to someone, you Atos them, you beat on them. When your Atos ends, you Atos them with your other Atos, and then you kill them.
Exactly. You don't Atos them with the same one. That would be ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, you have a
they
double.
Probably share a
Atos,
cooldown.
Basically. I'm sure they do. I mean, who knows?
Atos refresher though.
Blade doesn't have a cooldown. Or a shared cooldown. If you have two Ethereal Blades, you can just double nuke someone.
Dude.
Which is pretty crazy.
We need to do that next game. Double Blade refresher.
I suppose it is slightly...
That'd be great.
Double Blade refresher. Well, if you do that, you might as well just buy 4 Blades, like...
No, double... Okay,
rather than...
whatever. You'll just, Blade the team members one at a time and nuke them to 0.
Well, the thing is... if you're going to go for that, you might as well just get another Ethereal Blade because it gives you more agility. I guess if you're an agility hero, that would be the only reason, but...
Radiant's bottom tower is
fine. 5 Blades, and then you'll just Blade the entire other team.
5 Blades and
Luna.
A BKB.
5 Blades and a BKB. You'll be invincible.
You'll need a BKB if you're just walking around Etherealing everybody.
Oh gosh.
Alright, let's...
See, this is when we need to do a custom game and just give ourselves like infinite gold to try these things.
Like
Big ancient stack being taken out by Laugh and Roll. By the way, getting back to the actual game. There's some strategizing going down on the map here. It's like another smoke probably gonna come out of DkD.
Yeah, I wonder if they're...
I wonder if they know there's nobody there.
I wonder if they're theorizing on how many Ethereal Blades they should buy.
I hope so. Well, after DkD's like, hey guys, let's smoke into their jungle, while all of Laugh and Roll is in the bottom lane, they're like, Laugh and Roll says, hey, let's go into our jungle. So this might actually be efficient, unfortunately, for Laugh and Roll.
Radiant's middle tower is being attacked.
Maybe not. Maybe it's just Lifestealer they'll be able to catch.
Yeah, we do see sort of a YOLO GG branch on the courier from the Dragon Knight. I think he did the thing where you drop your branch in the mid lane to get boots or to get your bottle. We have Radiant team member smoked, so I'm gonna let the fight happen. Looks like it will be revealed and they'll back up.
Poor timing this time, amazing timing last time. What you can do. Not every smoke can work.
Yeah, unfortunately they did just get revealed over here by this high ground. So we had the Dire team standing up this hill, and then as the smokers passed through here, they got revealed without actually getting vision.
They're still winning on it though. Great ult out of the Luna, who gets Shallow Grave yet again. We have the Vino ult popped, but already 2 down. The Venomancer in the poor bounty hunter on the side of Laugh and Roll. Unfortunately, Lifestealer and Dragon Knight just make short work of Puck and Luna, and this Clinks is going to go down as well. Dazzle, it's your time. He does Shallow Grave Clinks before he dies, but Clinks is going to go too, I think.
Oh wow.
Max range Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, that was great.
So what looked to be at the very beginning a good engagement for DkD turns around because Lifestealer has entered the team fights, everybody. Lifestealer is here and turns off.
Yeah,
his...
he was in some of the other ones. He does have a completed AC, so that probably helped a little bit.
Absolutely.
But the Luna is still doing the same thing, which is popping Eclipse and running into the middle of people. And then even after she gets shallow graved, she still tries to man fight people.
Yeah, I don't really understand what her strategy is, because it's like, as soon as her Eclipse is up, she should just leave. I mean, I don't think she should run in the middle to begin with, but she just like eclipses, runs in, and then sits there.
Yeah.
Top tower is under attack.
And she's got her BKB now, so that's good. That should be helpful next time she YOLOs into the middle of everybody. Fearless Venomancer yet again goes and wards the enemy jungle.
Yeah, it will be useful, but I just don't see that stopping the Lifestealer from just kind of beating the crap out of her. The Dragon Knight does have his BKB, and he's gone Mask of Madness, so I guess that answers the question of my question of what the Dragon Knight was going to go for.
He says, hey,
after BKB.
Hey Luna, you have a BKB and you're like immune to magical shit? Okay, I'll punch you to death.
Yeah, which is honestly the best way to do it. He won't be able to get a Dragon Tail off, but who needs to when you're just going like, berserk? You're literally going berserk.
Literally going berserk.
Well, that's the name of the Mask of Madness active.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Berserk. I wish it was called literally going berserk.
Oh,
that would be even better. Bounty Hunter someday will finish this BKB. He ran into a bit of a brick wall after having good early game and not getting a whole lot of truck kills, but this last team fight gets him a lot closer.
Yeah, and the Lifestealer is picking him. Hey, get away from my jungle camp.
GTFO my jungle. Yo.
Yeah, and the Lifestealer is actually pretty close to his Basher.
Vino.
5 gold.
You done?
He's currently walking away from the jungle as his Midas is about to go off cooldown.
Run, Vino, run!
Not the best, yeah.
Clink says, oh, food.
Oh, but he does actually get it off in lane.
Oh, talking to that Lifestealer here?
He was walking this way out of the jungle while his Midas was getting off cooldown, but he immediately ran over here and Midas to creep.
Well, he's like, I guess if Bounty Hunter needs the jungle, I'll be a team player. Run, Dragon Knight, run. So Laugh and Roll has done something I didn't expect. They started splitting up and farming, which is exactly what Clinks wants, because now he can find solo kills with his Orchid.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna kill the Dragon Knight.
No, but he just grabbed the Venomancer, who was alone top lane, which is pretty silly if you ask me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Lifestealer bomb. Goodbye, Lich. Poor guy. That was so fast. And another Eclipse. Almost taking Bounty Hunter down. Bounty Hunter does go down to the Clinks, unfortunately, but this team fight is going on farther. Luna gets the Shallow Grave yet again, and she's just going to sit around and die again as the Shallow Grave runs out. BKB not saving her from the Mask of Madness Dragon Knight, who's going to go ahead and clean up the rest of the team for him. Nope, Puck makes it away, making it a 4-for-2 trade going the way of Laugh and Roll.
Yeah, the Luna did do a lot more damage there. She does have max glaives now. So she was, and the Dragon Knight was sitting right behind the Lifestealer, so they got glaved. And that hurts a lot because the glaives will bounce back to the Lifestealer. The damage does decrease per bounce, but that is better than just attacking the Lifestealer solo. And the Luna did get a little bit unfortunate that she had to run in by these camps over here because some of her Eclipse hit neutrals, but I don't think it would have made too much of a difference if one or two Lucent Beams here or there hit the Dragon Knight.
She's just not engaging from these team fights. Like, her BKB was about to run out, her Shallow Grave was about to run out, and the Dragon Knight was just smacking her in the face. And
yeah,
I mean, what can you do? Just at that point, she probably couldn't have run away anyway. She would have just been Dragon Tailed when her BKB ran out. But just still, unfortunately, she ends up doing a lot of damage, but not surviving the team fights. And the team fights are starting to go the way of Laugh and Roll again.
Yeah. And if you will click on this Crystal Maiden here, you'll notice that she has acquired an item that I'm particularly fan of on Crystal Maiden, which is the Sanj
Crystal Maiden. We had a long discussion about this.
We have, and I'll just sort of summarize it by saying that I think that is one of the best items you can get in terms of.
Oh wait, do we have
in terms of gold for HP efficiency? Yeah, there is no detection in the pit right now.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Did
he
oh
get
no,
it?
he's just a little bit too
little bit
too late.
I think they expected it. Oh, Lich. Lich, poor guy. That Sanjla doing work there. Actually, we have a Crystal Maiden ult who's gonna take poor little Luna almost to zero, who just kind of sits in the middle and dies yet again. Does manage to pick herself up, Bounty Hunter, but open wounds on the Dazzle. Dazzle is gonna get cleaned up by the Lifestealer, while Dragon Knight in the meantime kills somebody else. I can't tell if there's too much text on the screen.
Yeah,
Needless to say, full team wipe.
He ran up to the Luna, and the Luna popped her BKB and her ulti, and the Crystal Maiden was ulting, and the Bounty Hunter was like, I want to kill the Luna, and the Lifestealer just raged and just did not give a fuck about all the magic damage going around about him. But then the Bounty Hunter sadly did drop to that.
We do have a Demon Edge up on the Dragon Knight. We'll see if he's gonna go MKB, I guess.
Yeah, it's either MKB or a crit.
Oh, right, you were talking about the crit earlier.
Terrible with really good lifesteal and attack speed. Crit is not terrible.
No one on the side of DkD has even started a Butterfly at this point, so crit's probably a better choice.
Yeah, and he is pretty much, like I said before, a golden god.
Golden god.
Yeah,
with that Midas.
Sometimes I prefer to go with just more tanky survival items on Dragon Knight.
After that last team fight, Crystal Maiden already has her Heaven's Halberd. She didn't have a Sanj for very long.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Fastest Crystal Maiden Heavens ever.
Yeah, back to this Sanj real quick. Oh man, the Lifestealer did just pick up an Abyssal. That is really sad news for the Radiant team.
He gives no fucks anymore. He's just gonna farm their jungle.
No. And we see the fastest dragon in the world just shooting fire, or not fire, excuse me, lots of sparkly snowballs.
Oh, Luna. So, Dragon Knight's like, I got Luna and Puck and you can have the rest Lifestealer. And they just scatter around the board, phase shifted Puck. Oh my gosh. These guys are just unkillable now, unfortunately. AC, Abyssal, on the Lifestealer.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah.
Just what can they do? What can DkD do at this point? They can't win a team fight.
Yeah, I don't think. I think that.
There's the GG.
And they did throw out the GG, which is pretty appropriate.
Quick, Dragon Knight, go get your Divine. He's got 7,000 gold, man.
Oh yeah, he could.
He could buy 2 if he sold all his items.
Could have bought 2. That would have been great.
He could have been the first AD2L game with 2 Divine Rapiers and 1 hero. So, great game. We saw a lot of solid play out of DkD that game. Unfortunately, Laugh and Roll were just able to consistently come out on top on team fights. I think they just had, I don't want to say they had a more solid lineup, but they were able to shut the Clanks down, and the Luna didn't get a whole lot done. Like, she ultied, but I think she was just way too YOLO.
Yeah, it does a lot of work in team fights in the early game, mid game, but you need some sort of follow-up after that. And after it reached the point in the mid game where then it wasn't pretty much a team wipe every time she ultied, then it got real bad for the Radiant team.
Alright, and we'll be right back for game 2. DkD versus Laugh and Roll. Alright, and we're back with DkD versus Laugh and Roll, or Left QQ Game 2. After some great play out of Laugh and Roll last game, there were a couple of spots where it looked a little fishy for them in the mid game, but they were able to come back and push to win down that mid lane. And I think General Pants wanted to talk a little bit more about one of his favorite item pickups on Crystal Maiden, the Sange.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that I would be an expert in anything, but just sort of the way I thought about it is that on a lot of supports you want to buy an HP item, Crystal Maiden especially, because she has very low armor, and armor items aren't usually that great on supports because of the utility of them. Like any armor item is typically going to be reserved for a carry, but Bracer is not extremely efficient. The most efficient HP item is a Sange, or perhaps an Aghanim Scepter. And so on any support where you don't pick up an Aghanim Scepter, so like a Rubik or a Bane would pick up an Aghanim Scepter, or an Earthshaker or Sand King, I think that you should maybe get a Sange. On Crystal Maiden, I think it's okay, because you can turn into a Heaven's Halberd later, and it's just really efficient in terms of HP for gold.
And let's see if we have the exact same bands out as last time. So far, so good.
Yeah, and also I should add that I do like the Sange because you can turn it into an SNY if you're ahead, just because then you have a winning game as Crystal Maiden with a Sange and Yasha, which is pretty funny.
Actually, Bane was banned out by DkD last time, not in the first banning phase, but they apparently really don't want to face, I guess, probably the Bane Mirana combo. It's been very effective this tournament.
Yeah, that could be it. I don't think. Okay, never mind. Just want to double check that my mic is working. Yeah, it should be working. Okay. They might be trying to pick up something that is real lockdown heavy. They first picked Lifestealer. Okay, yeah. Bane is a pretty good Lifestealer counter, so I think that is why they decided to second ban it.
He says,
or first ban it.
You wanna run at me and punch me? Well, ha! You can't. Joke's on you. Laugh and Roll gets the Venom into this game. I'm not sure if that was really what they wanted, or if it's sort of a deny pick for DkD. I mean, they put it to very good use last game, but they don't have the Lifestealer this game, so we'll see what they want to pair it with. What's another early game nuker that they could grab themselves a first blood with?
In terms of supports?
In terms of supports and carries? I mean, they could still pick up the Mirana.
Yeah, they could.
Naga!
Naga. Yeah, she's a pretty good support. It'll be actually interesting if they do run Naga as a support, because it will mean that they have two agility supports, which is not usually seen. Agility supports are far and few between.
They're going Glass Cannon team comp, yo. But yeah, Naga Siren, very good hero. Sort of, there's several top players playing her a lot now, like RTC plays them a lot in his stream. I was telling someone earlier, and we have Eternal Envy's playing them mid a lot lately, so interested to see if these guys are going to try something funny like that.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Or even the return of Safe Lane Naga.
Get that Radiance.
Yeah, or even just Mirror Image with a Diffusal Blade hurts a lot, and especially with a Manta.
Absolutely.
You just get netted, and then she uses Mirror Image. You get your armor reduced, and then you just get diffuseled, and it's pretty painful.
So pretty much the same bands coming out of DkD. They get rid of the OD again and the TA, two mid heroes that can do very well against the puck. So
yeah, and also the Naga is a decent counter to the Lifestealer, and Snare will go through Rage because it goes through Magic Immunity.
Yeah, and Snare goes through Rage, goes through BKB. So plus, if you Mirror Image, he doesn't know which one to hit.
Exactly.
Best counter in the world.